Hey everyone, this is Jen. We are on for some mellow out Sunday. It's snowing, so appropriate. We get to chill out, go cozy by the fire or not fire, but at home. We are doing a full body, kind of nice and easy chill out, stretch out session today. So definitely, if you have layers, you want to start with them or have them handy. That's perfect. Hey Molly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Nice and comfy and chill here. Let's do right leg crossed in front of left and just relax your hands down on your lap or down on either side, whatever feels good to you. Take a moment here. Settle yourself into your space. Empty out your lungs. Close down your eyes. Take a full deep inhale. Lengthen, get tall. And exhale, soften your face. Stay tall, gently empty out your lungs. Do that one more time, full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. And on your next inhale, you can open your eyes or keep them closed. Take your hands, your fingers, interlace them back behind your head so your elbows are out wide. And then on your next inhale, lift up a little bit taller. Exhale, dip your right elbow down toward your right side hip. Still you're facing me, your left elbow up high toward the ceiling. Let's take one more breath here. Lift up tall on your right side body. And exhale, see if you can dip just a little bit deeper. Build your side body stretch. Yes. And then come back through center. Let's switch this side. So let your left elbow dip down toward your left hip. Best you can, you're still staying square toward me. Right elbow up high toward the ceiling. And we'll take one more breath here. Inhale. Lift up on your left-hand side. Exhale, see if you can dip down a little bit deeper. Reach your right elbow up higher toward the ceiling. Yes, good. And then come back through center. Find your neutral spine, hold. From this place, your inhale, go send your elbows out back behind you best you can. Squeeze your blades, lift your chest up tall toward the ceiling. And on your exhale, start to bring your elbows toward each other. Relax your shoulders as you do this. Allow your neck to round, your upper back to round. Hollow out through your chest, your chin toward your chest. Do it again. Inhale. Send your elbows out wide. Lift open your chest. Draw your elbows back. Squeeze your blades. Lift. Yep. And then hollow it, round it. Relax your shoulders. Let them cave forward. Elbows closer toward each other. Beautiful. Your next inhale, find your neutral spine, lean back, and then gently switch out your legs so your left leg is crossed in front of your right. We're going to take a couple of circles here. So just the way we started on earlier, let your right elbow dip down, and this time we'll continue on. So start to face your right side. And then as deep of a hinge as you can maintain, start to send your head forward. Make your chest now face your left-hand side. And then once you're there, start to circle your right elbow up. So you're now back in the side body stretch. Return to neutral. Good, let's do that one more time. So dip your right elbow down toward your hip. Face your chest down toward your right leg. Circle the crown of your head forward. Face your left leg. And then again, open up your chest. You're back in your side body stretch. And return to center. We'll dip the other way. So dip your left elbow down, your right elbow up high. And then face your left leg square, a nice hinging position. Circle the crown of your head forward so you can get longer through the sides of your body, your spine. And then once you're facing your right leg, spend just a moment and lift your left elbow up. Find yourself back in the side body stretch and return to center. We'll do that one more time. Dip your left elbow down. Find your side body stretch. Good strong core engagement as you face your left leg. Open your chest, and then lengthen as you circle the crown of your head forward. Nice long spine. And then once you're just about facing your right leg, lift your left elbow up. You're back in that nice little side body stretch. Come back through center. Hold. Excellent. Take your arms up into a goalpost shape, elbows same line as your shoulders, and we'll flatten out these palms down toward the floor. Good. So now your elbows, your fingers, your shoulders in that same plane. Hug your elbows in close, squeeze your blades, and then send your arms forward, hollow out through your chest, separate your blades. Good, come through center, bend your arms, neutral, then squeeze your blades, hug your elbows in tight. Then come into neutral, go send your arms forward, hollow out your chest, drop your shoulders down. Just a couple more times. Come up through center, bend your arms in neutral, then squeeze your blades, elbows squeeze, chest forward. Return to neutral, go send your arms forward, shoulders drop, hollow out your chest. Come through center. One last time, hug your elbows in close, squeeze your blades, open your chest. And come back through neutral, send your arms forward, hang out right here. Take your fingers, interlace them. Just check which set of fingers is on top of your other set of fingers. So mine happens to be my left, perfect. Whatever yours is awesome. Continue to separate your chest away from your palms away from your chest. And then from here, in this really hollowed out position, let's just move these arms to the right, to the left a little bit. And see as you do this, you don't have to move super quickly. See as you do this, if you can feel when your arms go over to your right, your left blade separate out a little bit wider. And then as you move your arms over to your left, maybe you can push this right shoulder more forward, separate that right blade out a little bit farther. Good, let's do one more time each side here. Find your good pace, whatever works better. Relax your shoulders down. Maybe change around, even tilting right, left. See how that feels? And let's move into that last side again. Again, change around the tilt of your shoulders, whatever it is, whatever gives you your better stretch. And then come back through center one more time. From this place, whichever set of fingers you had on top, we'll switch it so it's your other set of fingers on top. Let's switch it to palms facing out. And as you upright your spine, send your arms up by your ears. Go into neutral. See if we can avoid the backward bend. And then on your next inhale, push your palms upward. Find even more length down the sides of your body. And from here, we'll again tilt down over to the right-hand side. Lean, open your chest. We'll spend one more breath here. Inhale, lift up on your right side body. Exhale, lean a little bit farther. Maybe you draw your left arm shoulder back a little bit more. Peek up toward the ceiling. Good, come back through center. Take a breath here. Relax your shoulders, but push these palms upward. And then gently lean over to your left. We're leaning but not collapsing, right? Still finding that lift, that strength, that activity on your left-hand side body. We'll take one more breath here. So inhale, lift up on your left-hand side. And exhale, let's go. Lean a little bit farther, build your stretch. Maybe you draw your right arm back more, open up through your chest. So good. Gently come back through center. And then let's free this interlaced position. Palms still facing out to the right, to the left. From here, let's start to bring these palms forward and facing each other and then beyond to the back of the space. The tops of your hands are what I see. Good. And then let's again open palms toward me and then continue that rotation until your palms again face out to the sides. Drop your shoulders down. Avoid the backward bend best we can. Face your palms forward toward me, then continue past facing each other towards the back of your space. I now see the tops of your hands. And then return. Palms face each other, palms face outward, and then palms face the right, the left. Beautiful. Release these arms all the way down. And then we'll just lean a little bit forward. So think tall, cutting at your hips, your waist, hinge. So this is a very mild situation with your left leg crossed in front of your right. See how much you can lean forward. And maybe you do a little bit of this right-left action. This feels really nice to me just to loosen up any tension in low back area. Good. And then once you're there at kind of your maximum-ish space, we'll take 2 breaths. So inhale, open your chest, draw your shoulders back, squeeze your blades, exhale. Let's fold a little bit deeper. Sit your bottom back, extend your arms. One more time, inhale, go lengthen, and go reach. Good. From this place, gently, gently walk yourself up halfway, and then start to walk your hands over to your right hand side. So your left leg is still crossed in front of your right. You start to walk your hands over to your right hand side. And maybe you can get some part of your left arm outside of your right thigh. Maybe, right? We're just kind of working on that twist. For me, actually, to deepen my twist, sometimes I need to lift myself out of the depth of my hinge, find that length. And then on the exhale, see if you might be able to encourage your spine to twist just a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. That might mean coming up out of it a little bit. And then exhale, preserve all of that length. See if this gives you more access to hinge a bit deeper. All right, wherever you are in your hinging situation, we'll lower this right forearm down, so this back arm down. Best you can. If your elbow doesn't hit the floor, it's somewhat up, no problem. Start to take your left arm, reach out past your right leg, and then as you lift your left arm up, start to open up through your chest, and then swing this left arm all the way back behind you until you cannot go any farther. Once you're at that point, send your left arm back farther, open up your shoulder, your chest, and continue to send your arm back as you lift your left arm up toward the ceiling, opening up through your chest, your shoulder. Big circle. Start to turn your chest toward your right hand side again. You reverse all of that situation. Lower your left hand just to a hover. Again, inhale. Reach out toward the right hand side so you find a lot of length here in your left arm. Then start to lift. Continue to find that lift, that length through your left arm. And then naturally, as you follow your left arm, start to open up through your chest. Maybe your right elbow is down. Maybe your right elbow is up. Continue to face your chest upward toward the ceiling. And continue to swim your left arm all the way back. A big, big squeeze of your blade. Good. And again, when you cannot go any farther, go send your left arm back and up. Continuing to open up through your chest. Continue to find some lift on your right side body. And eventually you face your chest again toward your original position. Reach your left arm forward. And then once you're just about to hit the floor, you return to one more. Inhale, reach your left fingers out. Full extension, lift, lift, lift. Good. And start to rotate your chest toward the front, maybe toward the ceiling. Continue to send your left arm all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Yes. And then again, when you cannot go any farther, open up your chest again, send your left shoulder back again. This time just about when that arm goes to the place where you have to start to face your chest forward. Instead, bring your left hand to your head. Good. So we're back into kind of this restricted range of motion situation. If your right elbow couldn't go down earlier, see if you might be able to drop it down now. Maybe you change the distance, your elbow closer to your hip. On your inhale, send your left elbow open and exhale, close. See if your elbow can touch outside of your right thigh. Yes. Inhale, go open your chest, send your elbow up and back. Exhale, go close it. Stay open through your chest, stay relatively long through your spine, active through your core. Elbow outside of your right thigh. Close it in. A couple more times, okay? Go lift your elbow up. Find length along the right side of your body, still lifted, not overly crunched. Open your chest, your shoulder. And close it. Good. Milk that time. Really take your time. Experience all those sensations as you close. See if you can twist a little bit deeper, fold in a little bit deeper, hug your elbow in a little bit tighter. One more time. Go lift, open your chest, long through your spine, long through the sides of your body. Lift your elbow up, up, up. Nice. And close it again. Close. Good. There's still activity on your right side body, not letting yourself completely dump down. This time your elbow again goes outside of your right thigh. See if we can keep it there. And then extend your left palm down to the floor. Maybe you're a little bit rounded like I am. It's okay. Take an inhale. Try keep your elbow outside of your right thigh. Inhale, open your chest. Use the leverage of your elbow pushing slightly against your right thigh for leverage. Open chest. Exhale. Maybe we fold a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. Drop your left butt cheek down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Push your left elbow against your right thigh. Create a little bit more space. Maybe you walk your right hand back, farther toward the back of your room, back of your space. Preserve that length, preserve that twist. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. So good. Keeping that hinge. Let's walk these hands back through center. Ooh, I feel all those things. Once you come through center, do a little bit of nice, easy movement just to loosen up your low back. And I happen to look up when I'm like talking into the screen, but of course, allow your neck, your head to be heavy best you can, so you're not putting any more effort in than you need to. As you do this little right-left movement, see if you can extend your arms out a little bit longer. Maybe I'll scoot over. And see if you can find some more space down the sides of your body. Long, yeah? There's less crunchiness. Sit your hips down heavy. Great. All right, from here, start to walk yourself back up. Okay, lean back just a hair. Switch out these legs. Okay, so right leg crossed in front of left now. Lengthen up nice tall. Cut yourself at the waist. Gently, gently hinge. Take your time, right? New side, it might feel a little bit funny, a little bit less accessible, maybe slightly more accessible. So definitely go with whatever your body is allowing you to do. As we approach the second side, your body might still feel like lingering sensations on the previous side, from the previous side. So take your time as you gently kind of move to the right, to the left, explore what the situation is on this side. And maybe you don't like the right left. I personally like it, but that might not be for you, in which case you stay maybe straight through center and extend your arms. Take your inhales to find the length. And on your exhales, maybe you sit your hips down heavier to create that side body extension. Take one more breath in through your nose. And exhale out. Good. Let's stay kind of low here. We'll walk our arms over to this left-hand side. So take your time. Staying low, staying low. See what you might be able to do. As I start to twist over to the left-hand side, I know I start to round quite a bit more, so I'm just gonna come up a little bit out of this. This is only if you're sort of in the same boat as I am, where I feel like I'm quite a bit more rounded in this situation. If you feel good in that hinge, stay, no problem. If you can get something your right arm outside of this left leg. Totally do that for yourself. If not, no problem, right? We're just gently working toward that place. Okay. So once you've found your place, let's take a couple of breaths. Inhale, think open chest. And this already, that little lift coming out of it, you might feel kind of a lot of length down the low back. And exhale, try preserve it. There's activity in your strong core as you gently hinge, right? Keep that activity. Sit your right hip down. One more time here. Inhale, lengthen, open your chest, draw your shoulders back, find some lift, and exhale, preserve that length as you fold just a little bit deeper. Okay, so now we're in this situation. Let your left elbow, forearm gently hit the floor. If this doesn't work for you, remember your elbow can stay lifted up off of what's totally fine. All right, from this place, pick your right arm up, and on your inhale, really reach. Reach your right arm forward, find that length. I even feel a little bit of a cramp on my left side from that full extension, from that lift, that activity in my core. And then from here, as you continue that extension, start to draw your right arm upward. Allow your left arm to support you here, yeah. And naturally, you start to move through this side body stretch. Naturally, you start to rotate open. And draw this right arm farther back. Open up your shoulder, your chest. And you'll meet a point where your right arm just can't really go any farther as you send your arm back. Then gently start to lift again. So send your right arm farther. Open up your shoulder, your chest. Find that beautiful openness, that side body stretch. Gradually you transition back down to that original place where you find a really extended right arm. And once you're just about to hit your fingers to the floor, come up again. Inhale, go, lift, reach. Find your side body stretch. Your body's so long. The skin's so taut. Open up your chest. Find your right side body. Continue to open up your chest. Continue to squeeze your right blade. Lean against this left arm for support. See what rotation you have in your neck to continue to look back toward your right arm. Be gentle with that. Inhale again. Draw your right arm back, right shoulder back. Open up your chest. Continue to find your widest arc, whatever that means, right? That might mean a little bit less today. That might mean a little bit more today. Whatever your body's giving you, continue to sit your right butt cheek down. Eventually, you find that place again where you're facing your left leg. Relax your right shoulder down. We have one more, like half of one, right? Inhale, reach forward, lengthen. Good, continue. Find your side body stretch, take your time. Open up through your chest, draw your right arm back, shoulder blade squeeze. Take your time, especially when it doesn't feel particularly comfortable. It's so easy to rush. Although, it's funny because my tendency is actually that I slow down even more, which is like, what? Especially when I'm climbing, I just slow down even more. I need to fix that. I need to work on that. And then gently bring yourself back up. And just about when you need to turn, we'll just take this right hand to our head. All right, a couple of these. So this feels already like more limited range. Find a better spot if your left elbow forearm is not helping you at the moment. Maybe you bring your left elbow in closer. Use it for some support. Lean onto it. On your inhale, draw your right elbow back. Open your chest best you can. As best as you can, you open up your, look back a little bit to see what range of motion you have in your neck. And then let's close. See how far you can close this right elbow. Maybe you touch just outside of your left thigh. Try again. Inhale, go. Take your time. A lot of activity in your left side body to keep yourself supported, lifted. Squeeze your right blade, open up your chest. And bring it in. Stay lifted, right? We're never dumping down into this left-hand side. Your right elbow, see if you can get it even more, maybe outside left thigh. Again, inhale. Open up through your chest. Squeeze your blade elbow out. Exhale, go close it. Continue to stay lifted on your left side body. A lot of core activity here. Close your elbow in, separate your blade elbow outside of your left thigh one more time. Inhale, go. Open, take your time. Squeeze your blade, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Get your right elbow back even farther, open your chest. And let's bring it close. Good. All right, now elbow outside of right thigh somewhere. Let's take this hand off your head and place it down onto the floor. So now you have both palms on the floor. For me, my right elbow is not touching the floor. It's just outside of my left thigh. All right, see if we can work from this place. On your inhale, maybe pick your chest up a little bit. You have this wonderful leverage of your elbow outside of your thigh. I like to lift up a little bit, give myself some space, and then twist a little bit deeper. Push elbow against your left thigh. Find a bigger twist. Your torso is starting to face more toward your left-hand side, and then reposition yourself as you gently fold. Good, one more time. My right hip likes to come up, so you can drop it back down. Inhale, go lift. Good, pull your navel in tight, see if you can press. Elbow into your thigh, twist a little bit deeper. I feel so much in my low back. Exhale, gently, gently. You fold. Sit your right butt cheek down. Allow yourself to hinge. Nice. From this place, start to gently walk your arms back through center, finding that deep hinge still. And then once you are through center, just a little bit of right-left movement. Loosen up any tension, tightness. You can even let your arms just kind of be bent as opposed to straight, whatever feels nice to you. Let your head hang. You breathe in through your nose. Exhale out through your nose. Beautiful. Your next inhale, gently walk yourself up. Good. And then from this place, we'll keep this left leg bent. Start to extend your right leg out just into this single leg situation. Before we do anything down here, let's do a couple of things for our fingers. So palms facing out. Take your fingers down toward the butt of your palms and start to just slide your finger pads up against your palms as closely as possible until they eventually go straight. It's like a little body roll for your fingers. So press the pads of your palms to your pads of your fingers to your palms and then gently straighten out. Good. And you can do these as slowly. I'm going to do them a couple more slowly just in case it still looks a little bit funny. You can do them slowly or a little bit quicker if you prefer. Think about sliding the pads of your fingers up against your palms and as close as you can until you have to extend them fully. So really press your pads hard, best you can. We'll do that a few more times. Good. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your tall spine. You've still got all of those details going on. All right. And let's go the other direction. So this might feel a little bit weird, but start to bend your fingers, curl your fingers, and then as soon as you can start to press your pads of your fingers into your palms, do that and slide them down. It feels a little bit weird, and then you straighten them out all the way. So start to curl. And then press the pads of your fingers up against your palm as soon as you possibly can. And then once you're all the way down at the heel of your palm, just straighten out your fingers and lift them back up. So this one's a little bit weird, and especially if your fingers don't like to go from bent to straight and straight back to bent, this is a good one. And especially kind of mentally, it's a little bit more challenging than the first option that we did. Good, so we'll do a couple more of these. Do you see there's like that really jerky movement that I have to make? Try to make yours a little smoother. Once I go from straight, this initial bend is very awkward for me. So we're just trying to smooth out those little kinks. Ooh. Yeah. All right, we'll do one more. So much crunchy. All right, beautiful. Okay, from here, take your right arm to slide it down your right leg. I like to flex my foot. If you like to do like kind of a milder variation, just letting your foot relax, do whatever you feels better to you. As you slide your right hand down your right leg, maybe you're quite beyond this right foot, you can go inside instead. Use your right elbow to help push. Allow your right rib cage to come inside. Reach your left arm up and over. Good. And we'll take one more breath here. Lift up on your right hand side body. Exhale, reach a little bit farther, open up your chest a little bit more. Again, we do this elbow situation. So hand on head, bend your left arm. With your right arm, it's like fully extended best you can, wherever it is perfect. Take your left elbow, go lift it back and up. Exhale, we're doing the same deal, close it. Now this exercise is really interesting because it's very similar to what we have just been doing, right? Inhale, go lift your left elbow up. But the interesting thing for me is on this exhale, when we close, there's this moment where I feel this weird like rotation, this weird transition on my right side shoulder blade. Kind of like it. Inhale, let me know if you have that too. Lift your elbow up, open up your chest. Maybe you don't feel it, but I like it. And close it. So close your left elbow, and during that transition, if you feel anything in your right shoulder blade. One more time. Inhale, go lift your elbow up. See if you can find some more space. Open up your right rib cage. And exhale, let's fold it down. Good. And we'll stay down. So staying down, you simply extend your left arm. And my chest wants to open up on this left-hand side. See if you can turn square up. Good. And then let's do again where we were, kind of tilted open. Right, if I find a huge stretch down the left side of my body here. And then square up again. So we're facing kind of that same direction as our right leg in front of us. And open again. A little bit tilt. Continuing to straighten out our arms. Drop down to a square. Yes. And one more time, go tilt. Yup. And last time, let's go square. So nice. Take one more breath here. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, fold inside of this right leg. Good. Staying really folded here. Walk your arms over to your left-hand side. And then once you're here, over on the left-hand side facing your left leg, flatten out the sole of your right foot down. Bring this left hand close behind your left hip and push yourself up. Swim this right arm back. Lift your hips up off of the floor. Extend your right arm super long. And gently reverse it. Sit your bottom down. Start to walk again, your arms forward. And once you go through center, start to face this right leg, start to face your right toes also up toward the ceiling. We have one more breath here. Inhale, square up, open your chest, yup. Exhale, crawl your arms forward, hinge a little bit more deeply. So good. And gently walk yourself up, nice. We'll swap out these legs. So, left leg extends, right leg bend. You can do any shakeouts in between, by the way. My left leg felt a little bit taxed there. Okay, we're back to our finger situation. So let's do the one that's a little bit more mentally kind of less challenging. So we're scooping basically, right? So we're going from straight fingers down and then peeling them, curling them all the way up. I'm moving a little bit faster right now with these little finger curls, finger rolls. But if you prefer slower, do that for yourself, right? This is not a contest to see who's fastest, right? See what you can do, what feels nicer. Maybe experiment a little bit faster versus slower. The idea still to keep your pads of your fingers as close to you until you cannot go any farther, then you straighten. All right, good. We'll be here for a little bit longer. All these things that are slightly more foreign, want to do a couple more times, so every single time we venture into them, we don't feel like it's the very first time, right? Building some familiarity is always a good thing. All right, so we'll take it in the other direction. So these fingers are straight. Keep them straight, and then once you hit the bottom of your palms, start to curl them up. That's not true. Is that the same thing? We're curling them down. I was lying. We're curling them down. And then they go straight on the down, and then they come up. From there, you curl them. And see, in this second round that we do, if your fingers are more willing to play this game. I feel like my fingers are, but I could be lying. I don't know. So you're going from straight up top to curling them. And you want to make it very deliberate. So when your fingers are straight, they're as straight as possible. And when you curl, they're as tightly curled as possible. Yes. And notice any cracks, any discomforts that your fingers might experience doing these little finger waves, finger rolls. And especially if they feel really uncomfortable, slow things down a little bit more. We'll do just a few more here. Best you can. You're sliding your pads down your palms. Nice. One last one, let's see. All right, perfect. Shake that loose. This left hand, let's slide it down this left arm. Maybe that's where you like to keep it too, by the way. You do not have to go to your max. Maybe you want to experiment with what it feels like to go a little bit more lifted, a lot of activity in your left side body, and reach your right arm up and over. Open your chest. Maybe you feel a little bit more in your inner thigh here. Maybe this gives you just a bit more lift to create more length down the right side of your body. Alternatively, if you want to go a little bit farther and it goes beyond your toes, I like to crawl my left fingers in front. And really here, it's really easy to collapse because you're so close to the floor. If you can, again, provide some lift, some strength in your left side body, that'll be helpful as you rotate your left rib cage inside of your left thigh. Good. And then just like we did earlier, we have this left arm extended long. Let's bend up this right arm so you're hand to head. This, for me, automatically restricts the range of motion. I kind of like that. We're working with something that where we can't like default just push our arm back and be like, oh, look how far I'm going. This really forces you to stay within this range and keep you very aligned. So inhale, open up your shoulder, your chest with your hand here, elbow out, and then exhale, fold. See if you can maintain that activity as you fold, elbow closes in toward your left soft part of elbow. Inhale, go. Open your chest, stay lifted on your left side body. Elbow, draw it back. Exhale, go fold. As you fold again, you want to maintain all that activity, that length. Good, elbow to elbow. 2 more times. And I don't really feel as much that left side shoulder blade on this side. Open up your chest, elbow back. Exhale, we fold. Good, one more time here. Inhale. Go open your chest, elbow back. See if you can go a little bit deeper on your final one. And exhale, stay open, stay long as you fold. Listen, from this place, you're staying folded, hinged. simply drop your right hand down. And notice right now, it feels like somebody's pulling my right shoulder back. Let's see if you can go from this position into a more squared up position, right? So feel, it's like a very small adjustment that you can make. And then allow yourself to get pulled by this right arm. So maybe you feel like a deeper stretch down your right side body, right? As if somebody's trying to pull you back. And then square up. Notice the changes also you need to make in your low back, your front side body, now more parallel to the floor. Again, open up. Maybe there's a greater separation. You can feel your right shoulder blade. Yes. And exhale, square up. Fold, continue to flex out through this left foot. That feels good to you. One more time, go. Open up, just like a little bit of a pull back. And exhale, let's square up, fold. We'll take one breath here. Inhale, get a little bit longer, lengthen out through the crown of your head, your tail. Exhale, reach, crawl your fingers out. Deeper, fold more. Stay low, I'll walk these arms through center. And as you do, start to flatten out the sole of your left foot. So your toes are facing forward, outer edge of your foot wants to eventually go down toward the floor. From this place, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit, but your right hand close with your right hip back behind you. Use your right hand to push yourself up off the floor. Swim this left arm back. Find your side body stretch, that really good lift of your hips. Stretch through your left hip flexor. Extend out through your fingers. And then gently reverse that. So sit your hips down. Extend your left arm long. And then reach your right arm long with. Crawl yourself back through center. And as you face your left leg again, your left toes face up toward the ceiling. Find that square position inside of your left leg. One more breath. Inhale, open chest. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Good. And gently from this place, walk yourself up. All right, from here, let's bend this left leg just in front, hinge forward, and come up onto sort of a tabletop, but not really. We're gonna give ourselves just a baby massage. So it's like let's just go to tabletop and then send this right leg back. This will be easier. And then send your right foot or anywhere up to your knee on top of your left calf. So when you sit down, it's like you're hitting your left calf with a foam roller, and you can experiment with this. Let me see if I can find the best angle. Right now I'm going like more shin on calf, and you can crawl your right side leg gently down toward the bottom of your calf. Let me change the angle, see if that helps a little bit better. But basically I'm sitting some weight on there, almost like a little foam roller. And you can move your hips out side to side. See if where you can find a little bit of a better stretch for your calf. Little bit of love for our calves. So again, play around with it. There's not like an exact like sweet spot that what is one size fits all. You'll just have to move your foot around or move your shin around your calf to see what the best spot is. And just because one spot feels good on this side, it could be a totally different situation on your other side. But start to work anywhere along this space, right, that feels like it needs it. For me, it tends to be sort of the meatier part, so up top. But you can decide how that works and what works better. For me, foam rolling is really difficult because it's so painful. And of course, of course it's painful, right? That's like to state the obvious. But it's really difficult for me to get myself to do it to myself. I'm just like, I know it's going to be so painful, and I'm just like very unwilling. And plus, those times where I'm like mentally, I'm like very willing. I think it's still like kind of difficult to access that stretch for your calves. So this is like a great way to do it. And in general, for me at least, I don't know if it's the same for you, the more props that I bring into anything I like need to do, the less willing I am to do it. So long as there are no props involved, I'm like much more willing because I feel like it's less taxing. And generally, I think I live my life very low maintenance. So I'm like, the fewer props, the fewer excess things that I need, the easier it is for me to just do whatever I need to do. So maybe that's you as well. I really like this particular calf foam roller stretchy thing for many reasons, and those are definitely some of those reasons. All right, let's gently come out of it. So you take your right foot off and we'll switch it. So now we know what we're doing. So that set up earlier when I was being a little bit confusing. Now we know exactly what to do. So we're just taking this left leg, any part, right? It could be like the top of your foot pressing against your calf. You can even sit down there depending on what like access you have in your hips. You kind of move around from there. I feel like when I do this, I kind of like the top of my foot better. So like the left top of my foot on top of my calf as opposed to the other areas. But you might find that that's not the case for you. So I'm playing around with different options. And I think on a day-to-day, let's be honest, not day-to-day, practice by practice situation, when you do this calf foam rolly thing, it might feel just a little bit different. So there is huge value in experimenting and seeing what position offers you the most benefit. All right, we'll be here for just a little bit longer, so take your time with it. See if it's a place where you just want to sit and stay, or if it's a situation where you like to continue to move it around a little bit. Sometimes the moving around part just feels a little bit more accessible because then you don't feel like you're married to a particular spot, especially if it's very uncomfortable. The thing I like about this as well is you can adjust how much weight you're putting onto it. So it's never like all of your body weight sinking into your calf. You can use your hands to support you. You can lift your hips up off of your heels a bit more to lighten up the load. So you have a lot of like flexibility here in what you're doing for yourself. All right, let's go for just a bit longer. All right. Next thing, let's come up out of this and tuck all 10 toes down to the floor. So we're in a bit of a toe breaking situation. And from here, sit your hips as best you can close to your heels. If this still feels good, this is like we're really lightening up the load by using our hands or fingers to help. But if you can manage it, you start to walk your hands, your fingers, maybe up toward your thighs, and maybe you're still hinged, right? This is still not like full body weight type situation. So maybe you stay hinged, especially if this feels very uncomfortable. Take notice of your shoulders, right? It's so easy to get defensive. Your body is just trying to protect you. So relax your shoulders. See if you can keep that all nice and calm, relaxed. If this is still feeling okay, start to lean back so you let more of your body weight sit heavy over these toes. And again, this is toe breaking, so definitely that name is appropriate. It feels very uncomfortable probably for most of us. Take a couple moments though to settle yourself into this place. I think oftentimes, for me at least, maybe it works for you as well. If I don't keep on speculating like, oh, is this going to feel like a particular way? I already tell myself, oh, it is probably going to be kind of uncomfortable. The situation is going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes, I don't know, that helps me just be more okay with it somehow. Like I'm no longer like speculating. Like we already know that the situation is going to be uncomfortable. And for me somehow like that is less mentally taxing and draining. Like it's already taken that, like we already know it's a very factual situation. And somehow for me, getting into a position where I already am very well aware is going to be uncomfortable and not the most pleasant feelings ever, it somehow makes the posture and being in it much more palatable. All right, let's just take one more breath here, in through your nose and out through your nose. Beautiful. Good. You can bring your hands onto the floor, or you can simply hinge forward and see if you might be able to untuck your toes from there. Do any shakeouts that you need to do? Some people like to tap, 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 pitter patter on their toes. I just like to sit myself down, and that's fine for me. So pitter patter, or you just sit yourself down. Take a moment just to breathe. Nice tall through your spine. Take some time here. We're back to our fingers. We're gonna go for another round. Face your palm outward and do the more conventional way, the more intuitive way of going from straight and then down to curling the pads up against your hands, down. Yep. And see if maybe, this is our third go at it, see if now maybe our fingers are a little bit more willing to play. Good. And while we're doing this, of course, we're in this kneeling position, which I really think is either very comfortable for you or very uncomfortable for you. I think there is no in between when it comes to these ankles. So if at any point in time this is too much, your hips on your heels, your ankles flat against the floor is too much, definitely find a better position for yourself, even if that's like sitting cross-legged on your bottom. Whatever it is perfect. If this feels nice and natural to you, great. We'll stay here for a little bit longer. Good. All right, your next time you come up into straight fingers, we'll reverse it. I'll know this time which way it is, which is a curl. Make it as tight of a curl as possible and see me slide these pads down to the base of your palms, straighten and then lift, curl. I feel like my fingers are more willing now. I don't know. I think the more practice we do, the more familiarity it breeds. So definitely take comfort, I think I do at least, in that. The more we practice it, hopefully, the more our bodies are willing to do it. Yes. Again, you can move faster than the pace at which I am going. This is just a pace that I feel is kind of suited for me at the moment. We'll do this for a little bit longer. Good. And then the next time you find your fingers long and straight, take a pause and then just shake it loose is perfect. If you came out of your kneeling position, let's come back into the kneeling position for a couple things here. All right. If you can manage without your hands on the floor, do it. Otherwise, place your hands on the floor is no problem. Lift your left knee up off of the floor. So now you might feel a little bit of more pressure on your left ankle, lower back down. And then lift your right knee up off of the floor. Good. And lower it back down. Let's do that left again. Go lift your left knee up off of the floor. And lower it down. Lift this, go right knee up off of the floor. Lower it down. Both hands come down. It could be your fingers or your palms. Push against the floor. See me and lift both knees up off of the floor. Squeeze your legs. And gently lower it down. We'll do one more time. Go push, go lift. Nice. And gently lower it down. Beautiful. Swing your hips over to one side. Extend your legs in front of you. Give yourself a quick little shake is good. And then we'll take this right leg, bend it, back behind, heel outside of your right hip, just into half hero. Perfect. And then from here, try to keep both butt cheeks on the floor. We'll bend this left leg in. Get the sole of your foot on the floor, your left toes in line with your right knee. From here, hands on either side, sit yourself up nice and tall. And then hold right here, just for a little bit. See if you can sink both butt cheeks down, maintaining length in your spine. Just hold for 4, yep. For 3, chest up tall. For 2, for 1. And then gently use your hands to hinge yourself forward. Walk your hands forward. And then slide this right foot underneath your right hip. You're now sitting on top of your heel. Good. Shift your body weight forward onto this left foot. Come up halfway. Right top of foot on the floor. Hold right here. Breathe. Good. Gently lower yourself down. Sit yourself up tall. Just one more time. Hinge yourself forward. Your second time, see if you can make it a little bit more seamless. Top of foot on floor. Hold just halfway. And gently lower yourself down. Very nice. Send this left leg out long. Flex your foot, hands on either side. Lift yourself up. Give yourself a forward fold. Hold. Flex hard your left foot. Draw your shoulders back, open your chest. And we'll hang out here for 4. Lengthen out through your neck for 3. For 2. For 1. Gently lift yourself up. Slide your right foot inside so your bottom can sit all the way down. Left foot over your right knee. Left hand close to the base of your spine. Lift your right arm up. Go lift. Right elbow outside of your left thigh somewhere. Lift up a little bit taller. Exhale, twist. Keep your left knee facing up. Twist. Belly in tight. Drop your left butt cheek down. Go twist. Gently untwist. Switch out your legs. All right, send your right leg long in front of you. Bend up your left one, half hero. So your heel outside of your hip. And then use your hands on either side to just square up a little bit. Right, so find yourself in a place where you're fairly even. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Good. From this place, lean back a hair, bend up this right leg, slide your right foot, sole of foot, flat against the floor. Right toes in line with your left knee. Again, use your hands to lift yourself up nice and tall. Hold right here for 4. Drop shoulders, lengthen out through the crown of your head for 3. For 2. For 1. From this place, hinge a little bit forward. Good. And then, wait, actually, we should see if we can drop this left heel inside of this left foot before we proceed. I was going to start to hinge already. Hinge forward from here, hands in the prayer position, and then lift yourself up halfway, super slow. Top of your left foot flat against the floor. And gently lower yourself back down. One more time, just as seamless of a transition. Hinge, go forward, lift. Top of left foot flat against floor. And gently Lower yourself back down. Good. Hands on either side. Slip your right heel out. Lift your chest up tall and gently hinge forward. Flex your right foot hard. Lengthen out through your spine. Draw your shoulders back. Open up through your chest. Hang out right here for 4, for 3, for 2, shoulders back, for 1. Gently lift yourself up as you come out, hips up, send your heel in, sit your bottom down, right foot outside of your left knee. Make some space so your right butt cheek can sit down, right hand close to the base of your spine. Lift your left arm up high, elbow outside of your right thigh, go twist. You can do whatever you want with your left hand. Usually I don't like it up here like this, but for some reason today it feels like the most natural thing to do. Cannot explain why. Inhale, lift, belly in tight. Exhale, twist. Go draw your right shoulder back. Stay long through your spine. Twist a little bit deeper. Good, gently untwist. Let's find the soles of our feet together just a little bit wider, so diamond shape. Hands on either side, ankles. Lift up tall through your chest. Start with a long spine as you gently hinge yourself forward. Maybe your elbows push into your inner thigh area. Maybe they start to push into your calf, that area. Maintain the sides of your body super long. Maintain the length in your spine. Continue to find your deep hinge. Lengthen out through your neck, the crown of your head. We'll take one more breath here. Inhale, open your chest, shoulders back. Stay long, exhale, fold, hinge deeper. And then let's let our spine go. We'll let your head just drop. Whether it's down to the arches of your feet or somewhere else, or you'd like to put it on top of something, or give yourself a little bit of elevation, do that. As we stay here for a little bit longer, think of softening your hips, softening your knees out to the right, to the left. As you scan your body, check in. Any places that are holding onto tension, tightness. See if you can gently let that go. Two more breaths. In through your nose. Exhale, melt a little bit deeper. One more time, full deep inhale. Exhale, melt. Good, your next inhale, lengthen to gently lift yourself back up. So nice. Take your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Push your knees in close. And then let your legs go long and straight in front of you if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, keep a slight bend is perfect. Let your feet relax. Hands on your lap. Close down your eyes. Take a moment here. Feel how tall your spine is. Feel your neck stacked right over your shoulders, right over your hips. Very tall. Empty out your lungs. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a full deep inhale. Exhale. One more time. Full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Good. Your next inhale, open your eyes. Thank you everyone for joining me this evening. I feel very stretched out. Hopefully you feel a little bit longer as well, stronger as well, all those wonderful things. But also as a nice balance just to all those crazy things that we do during the week. Enjoy this rest of your Sunday. Stay warm. Hope you get to bundle up, not have to do any snow things outside this evening. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you hopefully later on in the week. All right, have a good night, everyone. See you soon. Bye. Bye, Manasi.